The most important thing about calligraphy that I've learned over the 10 years that I've been doing it is that calligraphy takes time. The more time you put into it, the better the product will be. When I started out, I didn't put any time at all into it, and I wouldn't bother about centering. I wouldn't worry too much about margins. And when I look back at those pieces, I think that they look terrible. They don't look professional at all. And since then, I've learned that when you take the time to plan everything out, maybe even draw the lettering twice over just to make sure that you've got everything right, it turns out so much better, and you feel better about the product that you've just made, and you are proud to show it to other people. First thing I do with a calligraphy piece is I draw guidelines, tons of guidelines, and that's one of the things that most people say. The first thing is that they wouldn't be able to draw a straight line of text to save their lives, and that's the same with me. If I didn't have guidelines, everything would be disproportionate, lettering would be different sizes, it wouldn't be spaced properly. So the guidelines are very important. After the guidelines are drawn, I will mix up my ink. I usually use a gouache, a water-based paint more or less. And the beauty of a water-based paint is that it is good, is easy to control. If it dries out, you just add more water, it's all good. You can control the viscosity and come out with different looks, different feeling to your lettering. The next part is to divide the text up into lines and then to find the center point of each line. Because one of the guidelines that I draw is a line straight down the middle from top to the bottom. And this helps me in centering the lines of text so that everything is equally spaced in the piece. And that way it doesn't look like somebody typed it from left to right. I will count the characters in lines of text. I will count each letter and each space, and I'll find the character that's right in the middle, and then I'll start there. I'll start at the center line. I will write out the lettering from that center line to the left. And I know it's difficult to do at first, but with time you get better at it. It just takes an understanding and a good conceptualization of the shape of the letter, the size, and then you'll be better able to keep the letters correctly spaced, even going backwards. Then I go back, I do the center to the right, and then by doing the lines that way, starting at the center, everything's evenly spaced and lined up, centered in the paper. And when I'm finished, I'll let it dry for a little bit. I'll go ahead and erase all of the guidelines. You do them in pencil, and when you erase them, nobody knows that you ever used them. And then once that's done, I will add embellishments such as a colored pencil drawing in the background, kind of going along with the theme of the piece. Other times you can just use flourishes. You can use that same calligraphy pen to just draw ribbon-like designs. Most commonly you'll see flourishes coming off the letters, and they'll be intertwining and all of that. That takes a lot of practice as well, because you got to keep everything lined up, and you got to keep a freedom of motion when you're doing that. Then once all of the embellishments are put in, then I will go ahead and I'll put the matting on top of that, and I'll go ahead and frame it. And there's your calligraphy piece. It's not very hard at all to do something like this. It's just some parts of it do take practice, and you gotta feel around for the tools that work best for you, the type of pen, the type of ink, the type of paper. It all works together in different ways. And but besides all that, the most important thing, as I said before, is to put a lot of time into it. When you have the patience to work at it and work at it well, you will be much happier with the result. And I know I am when I do my calligraphy. It's a very gratifying hobby, and I really enjoy it.